Ba-da-da. Oh shit, wrong button. Okay.
I'm gone.
Wait, what did you say? The end of the...
Into the fray! Surrender or else! I will resist! Prepare yourself! No glory without risk! Desno, guide my hand!
A mere flesh wound?
Disappear!
What the fuck? Whoopsie. That's not gonna work. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it can bring me back to eyes. Hmm. Okay. Wait, what was I doing? What did I want to do?
I'm gone.
To the fray!
I will resist! Prepare yourself!
No glory without risk!
Desno, guide my hand!
Surrender or else!
Make your peace. I will resist!
The Inheritor, guide my blade! The light take you!
This spell works differently.
Prepare yourself!
I'm done with you!
Desna, guide my hand! Disappear.
Cover me, all right?
Make your peace.
Stabby or dead? Why not both? Distract them for me.
Killing is what I was made for. I will resist! Prepare yourself!
Time to share your treasures.
Desna, guide my hand!
This'll leave a bruise.
Hmm. Okay.
Your struggles end here. Make it right.
I'm alright. Into the fray!
I'm always ready.
No reason to pause.
This war must end. I won't let you hurt my friends. Too late for apologies.
Okay.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Aranka.
Resolve.
Oh, Arsino.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Out of my sight!
I'll hit you!
This will leave a bruise.
I will resist!
All right. Let's see what else we got.
We do it my way.
Prepare yourself! Desna, guide my hand!
Cover me, all right? Can't you just die already?
This spell works differently.
Make your peace.
Stabby or zappy? Why not both?
Fighting everyone.
The light take you.
Distract them from me.
I will resist.
Time to share your treasures!
Prepare yourself.
Cover me, alright?
Desna, guide my hand. Make your peace.
That's a loss. Jesus Christ. Okay. I need to use the restroom. Da-da-da. Okay. You cannot rest. Wait.
We do it my way.
Oh my fucking god. Really? I can't rest. Can I leave? And then rest? Maybe? Because I'm just going to flip it on story mode if that's the case. Holy mother of God. That's stupid. Well then, if that's the case. Tony! Fuck you, Tony! What's your name? Ezekiel! Fuck you, Ezekiel!
Myself. Desna, guide my hand.
Surrender, or else!
Can't you just die already?
Strike! Out of my sight!
Continue fighting, everyone. Too late for apologies.
You should have run! This will hurt!
I'll hit you. Guide my blade.
Right!
Didn't know I had it in me.
A dear guest on my doorstep. Please do come in. You have been long awaited. Nothing at all. There will be no more games, trust me. And I definitely won't run. There is too much at stake. The path to your souls and the world wound's healing demands my death. The accursed threshold prison where everything began must be where everything comes to an end. So I invite you in once again. Cross this threshold. I'll be waiting for you in the heart of the fortress, in the place where the wound was opened.
Alright.
it is. The Citadel, the Demon Army. You know, I expected it to be formidable and fearsome. Something that would make me quake in terror. But now that I am standing at its gates, I'm surprised at how little fear I feel. Do not mistake this for bravado. Our enemies are dangerous, but no more than that. We have traveled to the heart of the Abyss, and back again. Now we are home, on our own territory.
There and back again. I'll hop it soon.
Let it be the invaders who quake in terror. I regret that Trevor did not live to see this battle. But that means that today I will be fighting for myself and for him. For everyone who did not live to see our victory. I will go home to Endoran. I will lay down my weapon and never pick up another so long as I live. Save a knife for cutting grapevines. I will serve the goddess in our old temple. And when the peasant children come to pepper me with questions about the crusade, I will do my utmost to make sure that my stories give none the idea that there is anything beautiful or romantic about war. I had to. If I had a choice, I probably would have stayed the same naive little boy I was before the war. The boy who had never killed, who had never been to the Abyss, who had never buried those with whom he had sat around a campfire only the night before. Even so, when I set out to join this war, my head was full of so many romantic notions. More than usual for a naive little boy. But life found a way to shatter those most thoroughly. Pride is known as a mortal sin for good reason. It was pride that propelled my brother to join the crusade in search of glory. And look how that ended. No, I am not here to make anyone proud. I only want one thing. For this nightmare, after 100 long years, to finally be over. Ready. Let us drive the demons all the way back to the Abyss!
Whole lake of plum jam.
At last, this irksome crusade is drawing to a close. All right, it hasn't been that irksome. All in all, it was a fine adventure. And the company was more than adequate. The most important outcome of today, of course, will be that I shall be immortalized in works of art depicting the Fifth Crusade as the most attractive crusader. Perhaps I should reconsider. No. Others can be afraid. But I know who our leader is and what he is capable of. I have never seen you fail to rise to a challenge, no matter how impossible. So leave me and my optimism be. We will win. If anyone should be afraid, it is the wretches inside Threshold. And to the victory feast, I trust?
Greetings. Allow me to congratulate you on leading the armies of the Fifth Crusade to its decisive confrontation. Excellent. At last, a real achievement and a genuine chance of victory. I suppose I am. Being happy is not in my nature, but for the first time in years, I feel something akin to that emotion. It would be interesting to analyze what I experience when I see the criminal Aurilu Vorlesh defeated, the demons ousted, and the world wound closed at last. It promises to be an exceptional moment. And for me as well, Commander. For I am old.
I'm gone.
You know what's crazy? I never thought this moment would come so soon. It feels like only yesterday we were trying to bring a blazing Canabras under control, and now we're standing on the cusp of our last battle. Threshold. This isn't how I imagined it. I thought I'd be running happily toward death and trying to do something particularly heroic so I could go out in style. But now, I'm thinking about how we have to win and go back to Dresden because there's so much work still to do there. Me too. You've got a whole army behind you, and we're all ready to win. If we fail now, when we've got this far, then that means the Crusades were always doomed to fail. We've been going easy on these demons for too long, don't you think? It's time to show them one last time what Galarians are capable of.
Oh, shit.
I am calculating the likelihood of your victory. Taking into consideration the fortifications of Threshold, the long period it has been under demon control, and Aurilu Vorlesh, who is personally overseeing the defense, I would give the Crusaders a 30% chance of success at most. Of course, the presence of an illustrious scholar of Galarion in your ranks, meaning me, immediately increases your chances by 5%. Fear is an unproductive emotion that typically gets in the way of a good experiment. And I have never indicated that I do not support my loyal follower in his battle against the demons. I simply calculated your chances of success. If you win, I'll make sure to mention you in my encyclopedia. Aha! With that as an incentive, your chances have increased by 5%. Consider this my contribution to your victory.
This is it. The last fortress. It's been a long road from the river city to here. We walked and walked and walked along the road, and suddenly, there's no more road. Nobody is ready. It will be scary, very scary. In the last fortress, all the lies will end, and the truth will rise. It's scary. The Redeemed Knights say they need me. I think they can manage fine without me, but maybe I really can help them somehow. I think we'll do a lot of good together. Nobody knows what will happen next. People are afraid of the future, so that's why they make it up. They lie to themselves so it's not so scary. They convince themselves and others of the things they make up. But one day the future will come. The story ends, for better or worse. When everything's already happened, there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. And there's no reason to lie. Hear that, Soot? It's time.
What's this do?
Chief, is there any chance, even a tiny one, that we can just, throw this whole thing off now and go home? Before, I would have just made a run for it, but I can't do that now. Something is holding me back, and I really don't like the thought of leaving you high and dry. See what you turned me into? If you want to send me to the front line, I ain't going, so don't even try that hero stuff on me. I'm gonna fight because I don't want to die. And because we're kind of friends now. And don't you go getting yourself killed either. I can't stand being sad, so just don't do that to me. Uh-huh. Likewise. Well, come on. What are you standing around for? That reminds me. The Tiefling's merchandise is still at your disposal.
Not a bad spot to end this war. Formidable, menacing. It has a certain style about it. Seeing as our contract is coming to an end, Commander, let me just say that you are the most impressive client I've ever had the pleasure to work with. And a highly lucrative pleasure it's been, too. Of course not. Where else would I have had so many adventures? Besides, it's thanks to you that I've been able to add so many accomplishments to my service record, which will boost my rates in the future. You know, it's jobs like this, the ones that are both fun and pay well, that make me love what I do. Huh. Well, it sure wasn't in the name of Iomade. Of course, money's not the be-all and end-all. You dimwits need someone with a clear head on your side, someone to watch your back. I know how you hero types love sacrificing yourselves at the drop of a hat. Now you're talking. Why don't you show me who it is we need to kill to win this war? A Rilu Vorlesh? I'll wish that lady sweet dreams with unalloyed pleasure.
We do it my way.
Oh, thank God there was a resting place.
This endeavor rushes toward its conclusion. I wish to speak with... To be honest, I almost stopped believing that I would live to see this moment. It has been at least 50 years since I stopped hoping and believing it could happen. And yet, here we are, at the entrance to Threshold. All thanks to you. I have made a great many mistakes in my life, and I suppose I shall pay for every one of them, in this life or in the afterlife. But few mistakes became apparent to me as quickly and as painfully as my feud with you. I feel really happy. I mean it. I thought I would not have enough strength to drag this burden of regrets along to the final battle. I am going to rule Mendev. What else? I do not seem to have much choice in that. I have become a symbol of battle, and of the war for our liberation. I hope I am wise enough to become a symbol of peace, too. You are right. I shall fulfill your request, although it will be difficult. No one in Mendev knows the sacrifice that the creation of the Ward Stones demanded. The stones themselves are seen as a symbol of hope and safety. To destroy them would be akin to dismantling the fortress walls around Mendev's cities. It will provoke suspicion and panic, even if the demons are defeated by that time. But the angels have done their duty and should be freed. Therefore, should we win, I shall carry out your request, even if it means losing the people's trust. Yes, of course. May Iyomade be with you, or any other higher power you believe in.
Okay, last two people to talk to, and then I finish the game.
Hey! Well, are we gonna stick it to the demons one last time? I haven't had time to think about it. All of my thoughts are focused on the coming battle. But I think I'll stay here a while, help the world to return to a life of peace and catch any demons that aren't dead yet. And I don't want to leave all my friends either. When we have peace, there will finally be time to spend with everybody. And after that, well, stick a pin in a map. There are still many places in the world where people are in need of help. Wherever the road takes me, I'll find a way to put my blade to use. And this block of wood.
Okay.
Back at you, friend. So, are we going to crush some demons? It's time to show them the door once and for all!
There it is. The heart of the wound. The source of all the evil that has been wrought here over the last 100 years. It all began here. And we will end it here. If Aurilu Voralesh had never opened the world wound, I would never have ended up on Galarian. I would never have met Desna, or you. I would never have embarked on the path of good. The world isn't fair. Thousands of innocent mortals perished during this invasion. But it was also the catalyst for one demoness's discovery of goodness and love. This may merely be a quirk of fate, but it means that our happiness together has come at a horrifying cost. Today, we will repay but a fraction of that debt. We will close this abomination so that no one else has to die. It's not about guilt. It's just that I am ashamed to take any joy in my freedom, knowing that this terrible war was the cause of it. Everyone would have been better off if the world wound had never been opened. But then I would have remained a monster. Perhaps one day I will atone for all the evil I did. But it took a far greater evil to make my redemption even possible. I know, I actually pity them. If only I could have shown them what I feel. If only I could have shared this goodness, this tenderness with them. I'm sure they would have started on the same path as I have. But if helping them to change is beyond my abilities, then I will have to do battle against them. I will let no one threaten you and our happiness. No one. I did not do it alone. You have led your army to victory, and me to my dream. You know what? I am ready. Let the abyss tremble in fear.
Alright. Final save. Guess I should save legitimately. Okay.
My skills are absolute.
I will help where I can.
Trust in yourself.
Missed me already.
Irimosi Travisi. Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Aborone Sintes. Irimosi Travisi. Aborone Sintes.
You're a good person. I like you.
I am never wrong.
You call it. My tail is restless.
Bless her knight.
It's time to act!
Let's have some fun.
Cover me, all right?
I will not precision and grace.
I won't let you hurt my friends. You won't stop us.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Really? You put traps in here?
Pretty good, aren't I? Stab you or zap you? Why not both? At least
Entertain me.
Surrender or else.
my tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
I'll make short work of this.
Aha! A test of my abilities!
Out of my sight! I will see to your demise.
My kind of work.
Too late for apologies.
Distract them from me.
Ibu. Wait, why is Seal all the way over there?
I'll hit you! Make your peace. You won't.
My gift to you!
Surrender or else. Too late for apologies. Made for.
I'm always ready.
This is my kind of
Follow
work.
if you dare.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see what happens.
I will defend my dream.
Time to share your treasures.
Looks like the one dude from Darksiders.
I'm off.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
I do what I must.
Can't be dismissed as a calculation error. You knew failure was a possibility. Then why? Why? Yes, it's decided. I will tell you the truth before we fight to the death. Would you like to know why I upended your life? This place is my demi-plane. I created it when I was a prisoner in Threshold. I would slip away to conduct my rituals here in secret. This is where I decided to create what mortals would later call the World Wound. This is where I made all my preparations. Do you understand? Escaping was never my goal. I could have easily disappeared from Threshold. I could have passed through it like water through sand, but that wasn't my goal. Some believe that I brought Sarkoris to ruin out of revenge. And there is some truth to that. I had reason to take revenge. You didn't listen to my words in Iz, and you didn't find a way into the secret part of my laboratory. Otherwise, you would know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I never got in the secret part?
My laboratory. The old house in the middle of nowhere that marked the entrance to my lab. It was the home of Arilu Vorlesh when I was still a mere mortal. I lived there with my son, away from the din of the crowd, and sheltered from the keen gaze of the Sarkorian witch hunters. It was a place where the reality of our world was in close proximity to the abyss. A place where I could study the magic forbidden to all Sarkorians. I thought I had hidden my home well, but I was wrong. They found it. They found us. At that hour, I was there, in the laboratory. That damned laboratory I loved so much. I was absorbed in one of my experiments when the hunters arrived on our doorstep. I was sitting at my desk, recording my observations, thoughts, and calculations, as was my habit. That's when I heard the noise outside. The fight was brief. It barely lasted a moment. By the time I sensed that something was amiss and hurried out to see what was happening, it was too late. All I could do was cradle the body of my dead child and cry after their departing soul. I promise. Because they saw him with a scroll that he had secretly borrowed from my supply. He was trying to perform a forbidden ritual. Children, they are always drawn to the unknown. But for the Threshold hunters, this child playing with a magical trinket he stole from an adult was just as much of a criminal as the worst demon worshippers. I am not concerned with whether it was justified or not, or with the application of morality, the law, or the teachings of any god. Look around you. This demi-plane. The first time I escaped from my cell and ran here, I was trying to resurrect my son. I tried many things, but all my efforts were in vain. The soul had already received Pharasma's judgment, and had been sent on the path determined by the gods. Into the abyss. And when I realized that, I rebelled. But not against my jailers. Not against those who had murdered my child. Not even against Sarkoris. My uprising was against destiny. Death, and the laws that the gods had forced upon our lives. I realized then that I wouldn't be satisfied with simply returning my son to life. I had to shatter this order once and for all. And make it so that neither Pharasma and her lackeys, nor death itself could ever stand between us. Only by stepping beyond the bounds of what had been ordained for mortal kind. By obtaining powers that rivaled the divine, could we become free. And with this newfound purpose, I turned myself into a half-demon. Fusing the spiritual essence of the two planes was the only way I could achieve my goal. I let the abyss into my soul, and into this world. I opened the world wound. I danced around 3 demon lords, making them assist me without ever revealing my true intentions. They just believed they were dealing with another power-hungry mortal. But in reality, I was after one thing. I wanted to find what was left of my son's soul and give him a new birth. One that would prevent anything from ever harming him again. And then I found you. I chose you because I felt a faint affinity to you. I thought your soul could accept the remains of my son's soul, like the soil takes a seed. I thought I could bring back my child by tethering the mangled remnants of his soul to a pure mortal soul untouched by the abyss. I thought the power of the Nahindrian crystals would allow me to protect him forever. That I could tear him away from the dominion of mortal nature. But I was mistaken in both assumptions. Now I'm about to face the consequences of my mistake. You will witness them as well.
Don't hold back!
Wow, that must have hurt.
I'll make short work of this.
Really? That wasn't the final save? I actually care. Dun, 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 dun.
Come here. I, Arilu Vorlesh, the one you called the Betrayer, have nothing to offer you but death.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
Oh my god. Oh, that's nuts.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. You won't survive me. Endure this! Retreat is not an option!
You're irrelevant.
Fall!
Cadaver.
Make every strike count! Survive. I'm gone.
Oh, where he fell.
Who is this crawling insect that repeatedly interferes with my plans? A weapon of the imposter goddess? My servant's plaything? A slave of some other abyssal overlord? I do not understand why this mortal still lives, or whom he serves. The great Discari dislikes incomprehensible things and unfinished business. The pesky gnat eluded my sight and is. It won't escape this. Discari fears nothing. This foolish mortal does not know what he is saying. Even if by some miracle he prevails in this battle, the immortal deity will simply return to his realm. For the mortal gnat, the price of defeat is his life. For Discari, it is merely a minor inconvenience. Whom, then? This no longer matters, since the mortal gnat has only moments left to live. But let him speak. Discari is listening. Mortal society is a pathetic imitation of a swarm. Insects without a master. Scraps of meat, buzzing around senselessly, amusing themselves with meaningless words. Friendship, duty, army, patriotism. They will achieve perfection once they are consumed by Daskari's swarm.
Uh-huh.
Everything Daskari takes is his for eternity. Golarion is mine. The mortals of Golarion are mine. This tiny mortal insect dares to stand against me, so I will feast on his flesh.
My sight.
The light take you!
Strike!
The Inheritor has my blade!
I will see to your demise.
What's the point of giving me weapons this late in the game? Do I get to keep them on the next ride playthrough?
Fighting for a righteous cause is certainly different from a simple massacre. The former is more bloody and performed
Follow
with
if
control.
you dare.
This is where it happened. It was here that I conducted the ritual, sewing my soul and the essence of the abyss together, feeling the world change around me as every stitch brought Golarion closer to the abyss. And it was here that even though you have no memory of it, I did the same to your soul. A researcher must not have any personal feelings for the subjects of their experiments. And yet, I find myself unable to remain completely detached from the world wound. I created it. I allowed it to be. It holds a place in my heart, even if I'm slowly paying for it with my life. A researcher must be particularly resilient in the face of mistakes, incorrect hypotheses, and failed experiments. You are my failed experiment. I think I'll feel some regret for ending your current life, but you can rest assured that such sentiments will not stop me. You're so adept at magic. Of course, I've been preparing for our meeting. And hopefully I've prepared well. If a hypothesis is proven wrong, it needs to be rejected. But the research process does not stop there. That is all I can tell you right now. It will kill me eventually, but I still have some time left. Years, or decades perhaps. But it doesn't matter. One of us will the tearing of the soul, followed by a cruel and terrible death. But it will likely be quick. Yes. And no. Even if I could have brought back my son, I wouldn't have stopped at that. I wouldn't have been satisfied. Not after what I'd gone through. Not after the things I'd learned. I wanted to become stronger, and I wished the same for my child. I didn't want to be afraid of anything. It wasn't the dogs of Threshold, or even Sarkoris itself, that threatened us. It was the laws of a world governed by death, weakness and separation. That is why I needed the power of the Nehindrian crystals. I did not wish to merely stave off the agony of the wound. I wanted to tear my son from the grasp of everything that makes us weak and mortal. You have seen a goddess. You have been face to face with demon lords. Were you awed by their greatness? Do you enjoy living in a world where your entire life cycle has been predetermined? Where everything, from your birth to what will happen to your soul after you die, has been decided for you? Or do you find, now that you have experienced the mythic power coursing through your blood, that you prefer to live in a world that you can change? A world that offers you a chance to be anything you want. I also want to make the world a better place. But not for everyone. Only for the one person I care about. When I poured what was left of my son's soul into your soul, I was expecting it to bring him back. They say death and the judgment of Pharasma purges the soul of everything it once was in life. But this cannot be true. I have researched this subject meticulously and have collected enough evidence to prove that supernatural beings born from mortal souls can recall their past. Sometimes partially, sometimes fully. I watched you day and night waiting for it to happen. For your memory to awaken, or your instincts at least. For anything familiar, something I could immediately recognize. I tested you. I asked you questions and... nothing. Nothing. And it's finally time to end all this. Asking me to stop is like asking a river not to flow. Or a volcano not to erupt. Death is not the end. I have spent 100 years trying to prove it, and I will not stop now. This experiment was unsuccessful, but that just means I need to adjust the initial conditions and try again. I am still alive. I still have time. You, the current you, will have to die. But only to surrender the soul you share with my son. I will start over. This time I will do everything differently. I will work with even greater precision. I will turn the world upside down if I must. I promise.
Precision! Cover me, all right?
I will resist!
This will hurt!
I never thought that I would be responsible for the creation of my most powerful enemy.
I've been waiting for you to get distracted, so I can stab you in the back!
How very perceptive. But you didn't think I would make it easy, did you? I won't let you win. You need me alive. You want to use me to close the wound, but I can destroy myself before you have a chance. You're right. I won't gain anything from this. So... You are stronger than I could have anticipated. As your creator, I should be proud to be defeated by the one I have imbued with power. Is there any higher praise? but I'm tired. You won't hear me pleading. Let us finish this experiment here and now.
Okay, since I can do this over again, I want to see what happens.
Then what are you going to do? Sacrifice your own life to seal the wound? Just turn around and leave?
Oh, yeah, is that a... Maybe? Let's see what happens. If it kills me, I'm restarting. Oh, wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nope, 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 nope. Damn it.
This is where it happened. A researcher must be... You're so adept at magic. I want... You have seen a goddess. You have been faced... I also want to make the world... When I watched you day and night. If a hypothesis is proven wrong, it will kill me eventually. But the tearing of the soul, and it's finally time to end. Asking death,
Wait for her!
I will resist.
I never thought that I would be responsible.
I've been waiting for you to get distracted, so I can...
How very perceptive. You're right.
Tactical retreat! No?
You are stronger than I could have anticipated. As your creator, I should be proud. Here are my last words. I regret nothing.
I can't die now. I'm not nearly rich enough. adventures can wait.
Hurt Knight Acrobats, okay. Oh, it's because I didn't finish the Crusade stuff. That's funny. The Redeemer Queen? Hmm?
And what of me, the writer of these words? The half-demon witch known as the architect of the world wound. I was defeated and fell at the hand of the one I had tried to transform. My experiment ended in failure, and my life ended along with it. I have recounted the story of my life for you, Pharasma, Lady of Graves. Not only of my life, but of the Commander's also. I believe the tale of such an illustrious figure would pique even a goddess's curiosity. Now you know everything. I await your verdict, Goddess.
The laws of the universe have existed for millennia. They are incontrovertible, but even they allow the decider of fate some degree of influence over the verdict. You wrought great evil, while it stemmed from the evil that was done to you. Your actions far exceeded it. Your soul is dark, and there is only one place for you in the universe. And yet, the one whom you harmed most of all now appeals to me on your behalf. I shall send you to the Maelstrom, the plane on the edge of the world. A place to which the gods' gazes do not stray. There you will find yourself. Or you will perish in the whirlwind of chaos that is your soul. So be it. Now you, the mortal who has risen so high as to stand boldly in the presence of the goddess of fate. You have done the impossible, and you will be remembered as long as this universe exists. Go, live out the rest of your life. I look forward to tales of your future deeds.
Yeah. Okay, that was a really good game. Wish I had more time. I would have actually made it on core, but this freaking gameplay is so goddamn tedious sometimes. Yeah, well, the story is fucking great. Anyway, stop and stream.